So here's an example of
of the things you would do.
Yeah. So this is my frat, right? Like we're definitely drinkers, but we're also big nerds. So the combination is, my friends had a 3rd-story apartment, okay, and we created an 8-person, 30-foot-tall entire case of beer holding beer bong. That's the kind of thing that we did together, all right? And so you spend half an hour pouring each of the beers in there, loading it up, right? And then when it's all ready to go and it's like suspended with this like complicated engineering system, and when it's all ready to go, you like stand outside, and 8 of us did this beer bong, and it was three beers.
I think you told me this. What was it called?
The
beer
Had a
avalanche.
name?
The beer catastrophe.
I
That's
think
the
you
no?
told me the story. It had like some.
It was called the Octa something. What was it? The Octosaur. It's called the Octosaur.
Okay.
That's such a college frat boy thing to name it.
But that was like, we weren't out to like cause problems. We were just
good old
some good old wholesome
beer bong.
beer bong,
activities.
and
Yeah.
it's frats.
The beer
Whatever.
bonging.
So let me tell my
It's
story
called
here.
a funnel, all right. If you're not from my part of the world, it's called a funnel.
You want to know how big of a nerd I am?
Hit us with it, James.
On my 21st birthday, I got a call from my friends. They were like, "Dude, James, you have to come over. We have the Final Fantasy VII demo. You need to see Bahamut." And they made me go over to their house, and I saw them do
sounds fun, man.
Bahamut.
Minor pandemic, you're right. That's exactly what I was thinking.
What was it? What do you think?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Okay.
Took the thought right out of my head.
man.
Yo.
So my 21st birthday,
Wait, have you hit it yet?
I was there. We took him to Chuck E. Cheese. He jumped in the ball pit. Shit was crazy.
That
that
actually
does
sounds
sound
like
fun.
a blast also.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
I flew to Combo Breaker to do commentary.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, for my 21st birthday, I went out to sushi with my family.
And then an elaborate 20-story beer bong popped out of the sushi.
He was like, "Yo, Davy boy, come over here.
And the
Gonna
sushi-
pass down the lineage to
With all
you.
this PVC
We call it the
piping in there.
Beerosaurus. The Beerosaurus Rex.
Beerosaurus Rex.
I actually later on made Son of Octosaur by myself.
And his beer-ridden lonesome.
He came
created
out in a
new
lab
machine.
coat, and he was just all fucking. He just had all this facial hair. I said, "David, you need to go to sleep. Off me, woman. I need to make the next
He flips the
Beerosaurus."
switch and lightning
It's like
comes
the
down.
thing. It's like alive. All the electricity in the town went off, and David's on the roof. It's alive.
His hair's all frozen.
Beerosaurus Rex.
Son of Octosaur.
So for my 21st birthday, I had a barbecue and drank with my dad in the backyard with my grandma.
That sounds
Pretty-
awesome.
pretty
Dude,
good
see,
for my
all
first
of you
birthday.
guys have way cooler stories than me. I have like the nerdiest one by far. So
I had sushi with my family.
I did commentary.
I didn't do anything cool.
someone brought me over
think
to
I had,
watch
like,
the
maybe
Bahamut's summon
Okay,
spell
I
because
got-
it was so cool. Like,
Why do
they
you
didn't
keep
even
saying
know it was
Bahamut?
mine,
Like I don't. It's like
Bahamut?
I thought it
Wait.
was just Bahamut, dude.
That's what I thought.
Bahamut? I've always just called it Bahamut.
I thought I keep thinking he's about to say Baja Blast, but he says
He's so
Bahamut, and I'm like,
He makes it like
It's
80% of the
about
way.
It's like I'm about to go. Like we went and looked at Baja Blast. I'm like, why would you go look at Mountain Dew? Like I don't.
Oh man.
In game and other news,
I thought it
James.
was Lake
All right.
Helia for 20 years.
Which one?
I thought it was Lake Helia. I didn't know it was Lake Hylia.
Oh.
I didn't even know what you were talking.
Dude, you know
For
what?
20
I always,
years I thought that.
I was told for many years that I had astigmatism, and I literally thought it was astigmatism. Like you could have multiple stigmatisms. I did not know it was astigmatism.
Yeah, the EX version you get 3.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we've got some game
Move
news
on.
coming
This is all
up.
gonna be cut out of the YouTube.
I like to see this. This is gonna be cut out of YouTube.
David's gonna do some trimming.
Yeah.
All right, so
No.
a couple of cool things. This Sunday is the first Capcom Online Pro Tour ranking event. And that is going to be taking place this weekend.
There's
It
a
is-
Vanguard this weekend too,
Yes,
right?
there's a Vanguard on Saturday, and then there's a Capcom Pro Tour event, online event on Sunday. You guys will be in Ohio, right?
Wizard World.
I will be at the Vanguard event, and I will be at the CPT Online event. The
That's what I
CPT Online event is only going to be top 16 streamed, I think it is, so I'll be doing that. But that'll be taking place this weekend. But also this weekend is Defend the North, which is taking place in New York City. And there's going to be some really cool stuff. There's going to be the Battle of the Boroughs,
That's going
which
to be
is
awesome.
going to be there. I really want to check that out. That's going to be fun. So they're going to have all the war between all the different New York neighborhoods.
Sick.
So that is going to be a lot of fun. Lots of cool stuff coming up this weekend.
That's really cool.
A lot of content this weekend, and of course the Wizarding World stuff will be taking place this
He
weekend.
always throws the
as-
ing
I
on there.
can't tell if he's being. Is it?
It's Wizard World.
God, you know what?
I really thought that was a joke. It's just the delivery.
Arbiter?
The delivery sold it for me.
Dude,
Yeah.
I have never.
he hold it. I like that.
Wizard World, you're right.
Wizard
Sorry, my
I
bad.
wish we were going to the Wizarding World.
What the hell is that?
You're not a Harry Potter fan?
I mean, no.
Oh man. It's too
Wait,
bad.
you're not a Harry Potter fan?
It's
Potter's
whatever.
awesome.
You know what I like though?
Avada Kedavra. No,
Yeah, that's what
I'm gonna tell you guys, right? So,
What nerds?
oh I know, right? What a bunch of nerds. So, the thing is, it's like I had this my
He's
friend's
the
sister.
boy that lived.
Yeah.
He's the boy, but it could have also been Neville because Neville
surprised-
actually killed the last Horcrux.
Yeah, he actually
so it
fits the
could have
prophecy.
actually been
You're right.
him as well.
He was
who
born
fit
the same day and
prophecy.
everything. you're right.
Exactly.
I'm surprised you like Harry Potter.
I like Harry.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
So,
I just went to go see the first Harry Potter movie in the what's that theater called? In the Hollywood Bowl,
Yeah.
where all the soundtrack was provided
Oh,
by
those
the
are
live.
so cool.
That's
uh,
cool.
Yes.
The live symphony
pretty
orchestra.
dope.
It's actually super sick.
I
Also, seeing that movie now after the whole series has been done, way better movie.
Oh, of
Because you
course.
know what's gonna happen. It's way better now.
Yeah.
I thought it was garbage at first.
while everybody was watching and reading Harry Potter, I was actually reading Artemis Fowl, and none of you guys know what that is. Okay, so Artemis Fowl is about a kid he's a really smart kid. But he legit. This Artemis Fowl kid actually, he was so smart that he deduced that like science controls everything. However, there was a real world of like fairies and gnomes and all this other stuff, and he
Wow.
wanted to take advantage of it.
Artemis Fowl.
It's sick. It's sick.
Fowl,
It's super
like, I guess,
sick.
How
Like
did
a
this-
bird.
How do we get here?
There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking. See, that's what I'm talking. You
Artemis
guys,
Fowl. Wow, I totally misheard you.
I might actually need to check this out.
you should definitely check it out. It is
I might have
crazy
read this.
good. No,
You are the real nerd, dude.
because look, I couldn't get like everybody was like, "Yo, Harry Potter is so sick," and they got these wands and the bam, and I'm like, "Yo, that's cool and all."
I will tell
but
you
dude,
about-
Artemis Fowl will body
You
everybody.
know why I didn't think you'd like Harry Potter?
This is too new.
No, there's only one Asian person in all of Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, and she's a terrible character.
Her name
yeah.
is Cho Chang, because they literally couldn't think of anything that didn't sound super Asian.
Yeah.
And she's in Ravenclaw, because smart people are in Ravenclaw.
Right.
So they
And
super
they
stereotype
basically-
the only Asian person
And they
in all
put
of
her
Harry
in
Potter.
there basically to be weak so that Ginny would seem stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
And she's Chinese and they gave her a Korean name.
They named her Cho Chang?
Yeah.
What's
So
that lady's
awful.
name?
J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Come on, girl. J.K.
Hey yo, but did you hear about how Hermione actually might have been black in,
Yes.
in the
Yeah.
books? And-
Really?
I do like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I do.
So there's this actress who's playing Hermione like grown up in a play, I guess,
Uh-huh.
and she's black, and so there's this whole outcry. And then J.K. Rowling came out and was like, yeah, if you like read the book, she never describes what the character looks like, except to say there's like just a few.
There's one
Describes
sentence.
her hair
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
not her.
But there's
But if you
one
look at
sentence.
if
yeah,
you
I heard the sentence. It was something like she's sitting, like Ron's sitting there with his like light complexion and his freckles or whatever, and then she's there, you know, brown with frizzy hair or something like that. Like
Yeah.
that was.
Mhm.
Hermione was a black girl.
I don't know why we're talking about this.
Cho Chang.
Oh,
Doesn't
yeah.
make any sense.
No, I'm just kidding. I
Anyway.
actually, it's stuff like what you just said. There's a lot of instances. I really like J.K. Rowling.
Oh, I didn't know where we were.
in the world. I like how she develops her world. Anyways,
Game news. So yeah, so Capcom this weekend, Vanguard this weekend, Defend the North this weekend, CPT. But this is their first online ranking event. Apparently, it was capped at 256,
And it
it
capped
just
like that.
Yeah, exactly. So next one, there's gonna be one more. Check it out, and then if you want to compete in it, get in there as fast as you can. Also, let's see here. What do I have? SoCal Regionals was announced to return October 14th through 16th. Will be taking place at the Esports Arena. There's been some controversy with this one because they announced that there was going to be no Killer Instinct and no Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and a lot of those communities are angry. So
I got so many tweets about that, like it was my choosing.
yeah, and Vi apparently has come back and said that they're gonna look at it, reevaluate it. So who knows what will go
The size
on.
of the venue is so small.
Right.
I can
that's-
barely imagine running the Street Fighter tournament there.
Dude, we get 100 and something people
And it
Street
feels
Fighter
packed.
tournament, and it's packed. It's like nuts to butts in there. It's horrible.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we don't utilize the upstairs, and there is a lot of. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, look,
If they could do it, they're geniuses.
I will say one thing is
I don't
that
see how this is gonna work.
Jimmy and Vi are. Jimmy is really good at logistics, so
They're very
hopefully
progressive.
he has a plan. Hopefully he has a plan.
I feel like they're gonna have to
I
have
feel like
tents
they have
outside.
I think they have a plan, but I think the Street Fighter numbers are going to be bonkers because it's like the last North American,
second to the
the second to last
yeah,
of Canada Cup, but it's the last one in the U.S.
Mhm.
So lots of people will come to it.
Is it
and
a premiere?
It's a premiere
It's a
event.
mirror, yeah.
Global premiere event. So I feel like everybody's
I don't
going to
know
go
how
there to
that's
try to
gonna work.
qualify,
It's gonna be tough.
and it's going to be crazy.
Well, it was also announced that VS Fighting 2016. I don't remember what day this event is gonna happen on here, but we've been talking a lot about U.S. players traveling out. Not enough of them going to Europe. Apparently, they just announced that K-Brad, Christatarian, now EVB Christatarian,
Got sponsored.
and Brent is Cool are all going to be heading over there. So that's going to be
Very
super
cool.
cool. We'll
Versus
see how
Fighting's in the UK, right?
Yeah, we'll see how the U.S.
Or is it not
players
in the
do
UK?
it.
It is in the UK.
Birmingham, UK. Yes.
I wonder whether continental European people will be able to go for that event. I mean, they're not in the European
Oh
Union
yeah, that's
anymore.
right.
Yeah,
that's
Like
right.
they might, and there's all that visa stuff hasn't been figured out. So I wonder if that's even gonna work.
Okay, so also for some community news information, L.I. Joe obviously having a lot of success at EVO has really put him in the spotlight. I will say that I think it was like back in February or March we had the conversation of who should be sponsored, and I said L.I. Joe.
You sure did.
I said L.I. Joe, so you guys all missed out. You should have listened to
That's true, yeah.
me.
Sucks to suck.
They're still in the EU for now.
Yeah.
That's true.
But he's been doing a lot of things. So there's going to be a new documentary that was actually recorded even before
Yeah.
he did this, which is called FGC Raw, Long Island Joe. It's going to be coming up. So you can check that out if you go to Shoryuken.com. Just do a search for FGC Raw, and there will be a preview clip there. It's made by the Flow KO group. FLOKO, no associations to Ari Weintraub at all whatsoever.
Also, oh man, I almost completely forgot. All
Well,
right.
before you move on
Go
to the
ahead,
next
go
one,
ahead.
I just want to say that they also released, if you remember, there was FGC documentary by Esteban, the Esteban, and he interviewed L.I. Joe in there. Well, he just released the entire extended interview with L.I. Joe in celebration of his performance at EVO.
Awesome.
So again, if you check for FGC documentary on Shoryuken.com, you'll be able to see the clip there and find the clip, L.I. Joe extended interview, FGC Rise of the Fighting Game Community. What were you going to say?
So, SV Vampin, or Vampman, or I'm sorry, I can't say his name. There's a Guilty Gear Invitational going on in Tokyo.
Oh, cool.
It's actually an esport event, which is crazy. And they're actually paying out. It's 300,000 yen.
Ooh.
And it's an invitational. Ogawa, Daru, Nage, SV Batman from Sweden, Machibo, Takehara, Dogara, and FAB.
Dang, that's cool.
They're all
man.
going to be there.
awesome.
That's this Saturday.
Is it streamed?
Wow.
It is streamed, and the
Please be on
channel
Twitch.
is
If it's Nico Nico.
No, it is. No, it's not Nico Nico, which is
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/IISPO_official is the stream.
IISPO_official.
Is the stream, and like I said, I'm going to be watching that one.
Yeah, when we sound
Sounds
distracted
awesome.
during Wizard World, you know what we're watching.
Yeah, yeah. Well, of course, I gotta keep tabs on that. Thanks to Savantman Brewery at Savantman Brewery, who actually sent me that information. I was gonna check it out anyway. I'm still gonna put up a tweet about it because it is this Saturday. Make sure you guys check that out as well.
I guess Vampin lives in Japan now.
Yeah, he's from Sweden though. I know that.
Yeah,
for sure.
300,000 yen is $3,000. But look, fighting game tournaments in Japan never gave out money at all.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
that's
even
considered
know how they're
gambling.
doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
'Cause
well, if you're not entering, it's probably a situation where they're just
Essentially,
paying out.
Yeah,
like,
for
there's not-
invitational, yeah,
invitational tickets,
exactly.
sorry.
Anyways, also from community news, Desk made an Ibuki combo video. I always like promoting Desk stuff. So if you go to youtube.com/biffotasty, check that out. It's one of those ones that spans across 3, 4, and 5 and kind of flips between.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Has really cool editing and.
I almost forgot. Finals are actually gonna be aired on Japan, like not like a regular television. It's gonna be on Fuji
that's
TV.
cool.
Yeah, and that's the finals. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's sick. I apologize. I almost forgot that.
You can also see it on ESPN too.
Also, Maximilian announced that he's doing one last Marvel Assist Me
They did.
video.
Awesome.
Yeah, I guess this is supposed to be like ending the entire story cycle or whatever
the
like that.
send-off.
So.
I wonder if they're gonna get all of the returning characters.
No, they actually from the video
Are they?
preview, it looks like it. It looks like
Are
they
they?
have a lot of the characters in there.
This is a returning character.
Oh,
That is what he's suggesting.
that's
That
right.
is indeed what I'm suggesting.
That's
I just
right.
cleaned out my closet yesterday. I had a bunch of crap in there, and I saw the Phoenix Wright suit, and I decided to keep it.
I tell you one
Good
thing
choice.
about
and I
Phoenix
decided
Wright.
to keep it.
Look, I bought that at like the most bargain spot. It was like $20
I
for the
still
suit.
remember this is so.
I would have
Warren.
thrifted it for sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So when I know when you did
Ugly
the
booster.
video, you did the Phoenix Wright point, right? I will tell you
Kind
right
of.
now that
Little
that's
bit.
not how Phoenix.
I knew it was
it's
coming.
I
that
know.
way.
Believe me, I know.
It's that way,
Oh,
not
God,
this
my
way.
eye.
It's that way.
I know. I knew it as it was happening. All right, like I
Pump
knew,
your brakes,
It's
Mr.
the
Trey.
director gets the final say.
No,
all right?
no, that's not even what it was.
Oh.
It's just that I couldn't get it right. It's like I knew what it was supposed to. I could see it in my head, and then I was like, "How do you do this? Where does the things go?" And I just seriously, that's what happened.
Okay.
Sucks to
Alright.
suck.
Okay, well that's all I have for current game news. I did want to take the time, as you can see at the top up there, to give a shout outs to I remember a very what's the word I'm looking for? Influential member of the SD community, and that is Nohoho.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of work for the SD community. He created a web page that was called Super Nohoho Fighter 2X, where he translated a bunch of stuff. He lived in Japan for a long time. He interviewed a lot of the players there. He got all of the matchup charts from all the Japanese players, from all the US players, and put together like what their tier lists were. He did a lot of stuff for the Super Turbo community, but he did a lot more things as well. That he would cover Japanese tournaments, he would post match videos. I'm just reading the SRK article because shout outs to Elias Darling. He really did a good job covering a lot of the things that he did. He was a great Blanca player as well.
He was a good Blanca player.
I always remember, I played him at an Evo East one time and he beat me in that tournament. So that obviously means he's very good. So, but that's right. One of the biggest contributions that he did, he actually had a step-by-step instruction page that lived on for years of how to register for a Nico Nico account.
That's right.
So you
Yeah.
could actually watch Nico Nico.
That's right.
I'm pretty sure that's what I used
I
when
definitely.
I made a Nico account. I
100%.
watched Stupid Topangli on Nico.
Right. And
Archaic.
he was, I mean, honestly, yeah, he did interviews. He did an interview with Haitani. If you want to see a lot of the stuff that he did, definitely look up the Nohoho article on Evo. And I mean, personally, I can tell you this, I've known him for years. For years. First time I met him was during even the AGSF2 news group days. He came up and visited me at UCLA. And I got to meet him there. And it was really cool. I've known him for years. And it was funny too because I hadn't seen him forever, and when I ran into him at the Evo East, I didn't recognize him anymore.
Oh.
And he was like, "You know who I am, right?" And he told me. I was like, "What the?" You know, it was cool because that had been years since I had seen him. So he's been around for a very long time. He's done a lot of great work. Obviously, there's no details about anything that happened, and you know that's fine.
That's fine.
We'll just respect everything that happened, but. Look, we've already just recently lost a member, you know, little Loco. We lost in a car accident on the way to Evo last, and in fact, at the top 8 or the top was it top 8 for KI that they did something for Pusha T.
Yeah.
They did something for
Right.
Pusha T there, and you know, look, the community is definitely very big, and so you know it keeps growing. So. You know, it's hard even at the size that it is to keep losing people in the community. And again, one of the greatest things about our community is that we are a family, right? And so every time something like this happens, it's really tougher. It really literally came out of nowhere for me. In fact, I saw it and I thought someone was just either being joking or like it wasn't like serious.
That was my thought.
And yeah, I mean,
he did a bunch of stuff for, especially the Super Turbo community back in like late 2000s, you know, early like late 2000s, because that game and most of the fighting games in the U.S. were so small, and nothing new was coming out, nothing seemed to be on the horizon, and so there was kind of a little sort of forced resurgence of the ST scene to some degree, and he was a big part of that. You know, that was a big part of why at our locals on the East Coast that we started to get more people.
And you know, I mean,
he did a lot of good work.
Interesting, like obviously guys like Damdai and such did a lot for ST.
Yeah.
But I even see in the chat here that a lot of people, it was because of that website that he made and a lot of work that him and NKI did before Damdai kind of took prominence in there. Damdai's been playing forever, don't get me wrong, but really NKI and Nohoho are kind of responsible for sustaining ST interest in the fighting game community to the point where it can be resurged, and we have 30 competitors in ST at Wednesday Night Fights.
For sure.
I mean, that's ridiculous for like a
big
15-year-old game. So, again,
Did you say 15? That game is 22
is
years
ST
old,
22
man.
years old now?
It's born before. It was
That's right.
before I was born. Yeah.
ST is 22 years old. But
Yeah,
in any
it
case,
is.
shout outs
15-year-old
to Nohoho. Fred is his real name. Like
Good
I said,
work, man.
super nice guy,
Miss
super
you.
amazing guy.
Very nice.
And, you know, thank you for everything that you've done for
Yep.
the community. So.
Well,
Yeah.
all right. I guess that's about wrapping it up for us.
That's right.
All right, great. Next Tuesday we might have a guest. We'll see if that pans out. I
I'm
don't
so
want to
excited
announce it
about
because
that.
that's
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want to jinx it, but
Yeah.
it'd be really nice to have this person out. It's somebody who we'd like to talk to a lot for sure.
Obviously, if we had the ability to fly people out, we would fly a lot of people out. But you know, some people
I
actually
should maybe take some of my Evo money that I made. Fly out
some
some new
people actually suggested that we put a higher Patreon tier, and like if they start subscribing to higher amounts, if we get a certain number of people, that we do fly people
That's
out.
actually a pretty
It's a
good
cool
idea.
idea,
Yeah.
That's actually not a bad
I
idea.
think-
It actually
we
kind of
could do
plays
that.
into the one thing. Wow. All right. Well, I'll save that for later.
Alrighty.
All right, cool.
Sounds great. All right. Well, we'll see you next week. Hopefully with a guest, but if not, we'll see you anyway.
Peace out, everybody.